The road stretched endlessly under the dim orange glow of the streetlights, the hum of the engine filling the silence inside the truck's cabin. Sam Carter had been driving trucks for nearly 20 years. This stretch of highway between Arizona and Nevada had become his second home. He used to say, "Some men have a house, I've got a horizon." It was close to midnight when he noticed her. A small figure walking along the shoulder of the road, wrapped in a brown jacket, a bright red backpack glowing faintly in his headlights. She looked too young to be alone, maybe 20 at most, and far too calm for someone walking in the middle of nowhere. Sam slowed his truck, the brakes hissing against the cold air. He pulled over, rolled down the window, and leaned out. "You okay there, miss?" he called. She turned her head slowly, her face pale in the moonlight. "I'm fine," she said softly. "Just trying to get to Willow Creek." "Willow Creek?" Sam frowned. "That's 50 miles from here. You walking the whole way?" She just shrugged, clutching the straps of her backpack. "I'll manage." Sam hesitated. He'd heard the stories, truckers helping strangers and ending up in trouble. But there was something different about her. Her voice wasn't afraid, just tired. "Hop in," he said finally. "Can't leave you out here. Too many crazies on this road." She smiled faintly, almost like she'd been expecting it. "Thank you." She climbed in, settling quietly into the passenger seat. They drove in silence for a while, the cabin smelling of diesel and coffee, with old country music playing low on the radio. Sam kept sneaking glances at her. "What's your name?" he finally asked. "Lila," she said. "And you?" "Sam. Sam Carter." She nodded, smiling a little. "You've been driving a long time, haven't you?" He chuckled. "Long enough to see every kind of road. But not often someone like you, walking out here at midnight." She didn't answer right away. Then she said quietly, "Sometimes, when you've lost everything, the road feels safer than the world." Her words hit him harder than he expected. Sam had lost his wife years ago, and since then, the endless rhythm of the road was the only thing that kept the loneliness at bay. They drove another 20 miles before pulling into a small diner that stayed open all night. Inside, the diner was nearly empty. The waitress poured them coffee, and Sam noticed how Lila wrapped her hands around the cup, as if she hadn't felt warmth in a long time. "So, what's in Willow Creek?" he asked. She hesitated. "Someone I used to know. My father." The miles rolled by, headlights cutting through the desert night. As they neared the edge of town, Lila suddenly pointed. "Here, turn left." The road led to a small old farmhouse with a single flickering porch light. "This it?" he asked. Lila nodded. "Yes. Thank you for the ride." Before he could reply, she was out of the truck. She walked toward the porch but didn't knock. She just stood there, her shoulders trembling slightly. Then she turned, smiled gently, and said, "Thank you, Sam, for stopping." And then she disappeared around the side of the house. The next morning, Sam found himself back at the same diner. He couldn't shake the image of Lila's quiet smile. He asked the waitress, "You ever heard of the Miller farm, near Willow Creek?" She nodded. "Sure. Old Mr. Miller's place. Ain't been much life there since his wife passed." "You ever seen a girl around there?" Sam asked. "Mid-20s? Red backpack?" The waitress frowned. "No, can't say I have." Something didn't feel right. Sam drove back to the farmhouse. He knocked, and an old man came to the door. "Sorry to bother you," Sam began. "I'm a truck driver. I gave a young woman a ride here last night. Said she was headed here." The old man's brow furrowed. "A young woman?" "Yeah," Sam said. "Her name was Lila." The man's eyes softened, his voice barely a whisper. "My daughter's name was Lila." Sam's stomach tightened. "Was? She left home 5 years ago," the man explained. "We fought one night. She walked out with that same red backpack. I never saw her again." Sam felt his throat go dry. He remembered her words. "Sometimes when you've lost everything, the road feels safer than the world." He reached into his truck and pulled out a faded red scarf. "She left this." The old man's eyes filled with tears as he took it. "That was hers," he whispered, holding it to his chest. Thank you. Wherever she is, maybe she finally made it home. As Sam drove away, the morning sun lit up the road. For a split second, he saw a bright red flash in the distance, like a backpack in the light. He blinked, and it was gone. He didn't know if she'd really been there, or if it was just the road talking back to a lonely man. But he knew one thing for sure. Some people travel far just to find their way home. That night, looking at the empty passenger seat, he whispered, "Safe travels, kid." Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more.